What's up, everyone? Welcome back to today's market update. And we had a few liquidations in the overall crypto market. Not something that really took a lot of people by surprise. We had some huge weeks the past couple weeks. We had the big rate cut last week. The market was feeling very bubbly at the time. We were all kind of drinking the Kool-Aid. And it, of course, when we're all on one side of the boat, it tends to tip over a little bit. And that's how the crypto market reacts. We're going to kind of talk about it right now. We're sitting right around 113,000 Bitcoin, a correction from those 117.18 ranges we had over the past couple days. Ethereum back down to close to 4,200, Solana above 220, but overall the market health feels pretty strong in my own opinion. We're getting into October. People are going to be excited about that. This almost feels like that final shakeout in September, letting everybody knows how volatile the crypto market can be before we get to that next leg up. Personally, I say this a lot, fundamentally nothing feels off right now. It's just a correction that happens. Some of the bigger players out there are gobbling it up at these prices as well. So if you're overly concerned, you want to really look at what smart money's doing. When we talk about smart money, we're going to talk about Metaplanet. They bought 632 million in Bitcoin to become the 5th largest corporate holder. So they're bullish. You should be bullish in my opinion. Not financial advice, but a lot of these people make some smart moves financially. Michael Saylor's strategy follows Metaplanet with adding 6269 Bitcoin worth 729 million. This is money, smart money, institutional money flowing in. We have Vivek who runs Strive that bought Sumper Scientific in an all-stock deal. But the big reason why, they had a treasury of almost 11,000 Bitcoin. So if they're not market buying this Bitcoin, some companies might be acquiring companies that have Bitcoin on their balance sheets. This just goes to show you there's going to be volatility in the crypto market. That's why a lot of us are in this market, because we see the potential upside. But to get those higher highs, you do have to take some corrections back. This feels like kind of a correct time for us to correct. And we can't forget about our good friend Tom Lee, who added another 15,000 Ethereum, close to $70 million to their corporate holdings. In addition to all this Bitcoin news, this is a pretty good list of upcoming airdrops you want to be paying close attention to, something we're going to be talking more and more within our private community. But MetaMask made a big announcement. We're going to go over that they're having an airdrop. The decentralized wallet finally sounds like they're going to release this mask token. We got the OpenSea token we've talked about. Abstract we're big fans of. The Moonbirds, the Burbs tokens rumored to be coming out in Q4. Polymarket we're going to go over has a rumor. We had an acknowledgement from Base that they're coming out with a token. That might be a little bit more ways off. But we have Season 2 of Hyperliquid. We even have Myriad and a possible Pump Fund token coming. So let's dive a little bit deeper. MetaMask, we've been calling for this since 2021 during the NFT boom. And Joe Lubin finally acknowledged since 2021, the last time he even talked about it, that the mask token is going to be coming sooner than you'd expect. So we're all really thinking that's going to be Q4 of this year. There's no strict parameters how you're going to be rewarded in this mask token. My own personal opinion is that's going to be really the volume of swaps and bridging and transactions you've signed in your MetaMask wallet. Now, some people have hundreds of this MetaMask wallet, so who knows how healthy this airdrop's going to be, but free money is free money. And then we've talked about this in other private updates. We've talked about this in our private newsletter to our community. And Base is also exploring a token. This one feels a little bit farther off, if you ask me, because they basically said they have no plans. Is this going to be a governance token? How's this going to relate to the Arrow token that they've acknowledged is kind of part of the ecosystem? But that all being said, a Base token sounds like it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen in Q4, but it's going to be happening sooner rather than later. Within our community, I'm going to be talking about some creative ways I think you can get some exposure to this Base token. Good old Polymarket prediction site, one of the biggest and baddest prediction sites out there, runs on the Polygon network. Sounds like they filed something with the SEC, other warrants, which is making everyone speculate there will be a Polymarket token. And lastly, we had a pretty interesting product come out recently, Punk Strategy, where they basically use the fees from trading their meme coin to buy punks, and they bought their 10th crypto punk. So they're starting to build a serious vault of crypto punks. But the unique thing is that they actually repost or relist that NFT for 1.2 times the price, and that is used to buy back the token, to burn the token, to buy more punks. So it's a very interesting flywheel, and their token strategy has been adopted by some other NFT projects, as Tyler says here. We got Burb strategy with the Moonbirds team, Bored Apes, Pudgy Penguins, Meebits. Some other NFT companies out there are utilizing this strategy. This is a new meta that we want to keep a close eye on. We're going to be talking about it more within our community, what this could do for the NFT market, what this could do for the actual tokens here. There was a pretty substantial uptick in the wins here for some people who got into these tokens early. I would imagine that there could be a sell-off, but the very interesting point is this is another way meme coins integrates with the world of NFTs and how that can continue to evolve. If you want to learn more about this, check us out in our link down below where you can join for just $1. We'd love to have you there.